The International Arena League is bringing explosive arena football to a global stage. 2 continents, 1 league. April 2026. From Las Vegas to Glasgow, from Cincinnati to Stuttgart, this is arena football reimagined. And with our Fans Win 2 program, when your team wins the championship, your season tickets are on us. This is the IAL, where fans don't just watch history, they win with it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Live with the IAL. My name is Corrine Lewis and I am the Director of Fan Experience. And with me today is Braden Dobson. And Braden has been doing such an amazing job putting all of our footage together, and he is really, really big in his experience around arena football. We're so excited to have him. He's a huge asset to our team. So today, actually, Braden's going to be asking me some questions, and I believe we may have an appearance from Tom Mitchell as well. And with that being said, Braden, take over.
Yeah, it's so good to be here, Corrine. Thank you for having me on this live. So a little bit about me. The way I got involved in the IAL is I run a YouTube channel, and I had made a video about the original Arena Football League. Right. And I was emailed by our social media person, Levi Worthington, and he said that they were interested in talking to me. And so through email correspondence, I ended up getting in touch with them, and it's just kind of been going ever since then. But I've always been passionate about football and arena football in particular. When I was a kid, I grew up going to original arena football games. I was a fan of the Utah Blaze. I grew up near Salt Lake City, so I would go to Blaze games all the time, and that's how I fell in love with arena football. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be a part of this.
Yeah, well, we're lucky to have you. So good call on Levi, and you do an amazing job. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Corrine. Thanks. So if you want to just hop into the questions, we can do that. I would like to get to know you, a little bit more about you and your backstory and how you became involved in the IAL.
Okay, well, so my world of sports starts really with cheerleading, professional cheerleading and choreography. I'd have to go way back to the dark ages to talk about all of it, but I was an all-star cheerleader in high school, ended up cheerleading in the Hula Bowl in Honolulu, Hawaii at 16 years old, ended up teaching all over the United States for Power Cheerleading and Universal Cheerleaders Association. So through that, I started making a lot of contacts, just basically in the sports world. And then I was a cheerleader at University of Oregon, went and cheered in the NBA for several years with the Portland Trailblazers, got hired back at University of Oregon and was the cheerleading coach there for 15 years. Once I decided that it was time for me to expand, I ended up going into doing some sports broadcasting, interviewing players on the field, Blue-Gray All-American games, and I had a sports show. So I just basically love sports and love everything to do with entertainment. And I was fortunate enough to meet our COO, Tom Mitchell, and I was had a conversation with him, and he felt that I was a good fit to come in to the IAL. And now, thanks to Tom, I am back in my first love. Believe it's football more than cheerleading. I'm back in my first love, and I'm working with the most incredible team, company, and super, super excited.
That's awesome. And you know what? Cheerleading is a sport that takes a lot of athleticism. So I definitely respect that. You were able to do that. I have no sort of athleticism. I'm just good at talking. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So the second question I have for you is, what can fans look forward to as far as upcoming events, prizes, giveaways, all of that?
Oh my gosh. Well, sky's the limit, as I always say, when it comes to the IAL. So they can look forward to, everything from we're shooting off hundreds of T-shirts during the game into the stands. We're going to be doing all sorts of different types of not necessarily competitions, but all sorts of I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the word out. Drawings, giveaways, lots of sponsor engaged types of events. So there's always something for the fans, and in the IAL, we'll have all kind of events going on throughout the game. Lots of excitement.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good to hear. So another question I had is, a key part about getting fans engaged in the sport is giving them a chance to get to know the players and really fall in love with the team. So are there going to be like meet and greets or autograph signing events or anything like that?
Yes, and one thing that I love is that again, Tom Mitchell has made it to where the fans are going to have a much more personal experience, and so he and I've talked a lot about that. Instead of, like, for instance, after the game, we'll always have meet and greets at the end of every game for every team. And it won't be a situation where, the players are just sitting at a table and kind of signing autographs, saying hi. We're having it to where it's completely interactive, where the kids, the adults, the fans, people can come in, actually communicate with the players, talk with them, take pictures, and really get an opportunity to know maybe who their favorite player is, or maybe each game they'll meet somebody else. And it's very, very interactive, and it's super important to this league that the fans, first and foremost, are number one, but that they can really embrace and claim their team and their players.
That's awesome, because the way I see it, like I said, it's the way you get fans engaged is to have them care about the team, and so that's super awesome. And I'm glad to hear it. So obviously, as I'm sure you know, social media plays a big role when it comes to today's landscape in 2025. And so my question is, are all the social media accounts for the various teams run by one person, or is it going to be multiple people running the social media accounts, and how is that going to work?
Well, we have a huge team. We put together, in my opinion, the dream team. We have everybody: Levi, Epiphany, Casey, Elijah. We have a huge team, and everybody has their lane and their expertise, but they work together like a well-oiled machine. They're absolutely incredible. We have the most talented and creative social media people. They're absolutely phenomenal. And so collectively, as a group, the social media team, they're going to be lighting it up. Everything's going to be fire. I mean, they will be pulling no stops on our social media to engage our fans, to highlight the players, and just to represent what the International Arena League is truly about.
That's awesome. That's good to hear. So my next question is, can you tell me about some of the team names that have been revealed so far?
Yeah, they're super great names. I mean, they're very clever, actually. So I can tell you that we have the Cincinnati Slingers, we have the Las Vegas Rockers, we have the Glasgow Tartans, and those are the three that I can give away right now.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
Each time we keep revealing a different name. The thing is too is that each name was very intentional and thought out as to how it pertains to that particular city, and clever in my opinion. And I think the players and the fans are going to love what they've come up with.
That's super awesome. I really like the Las Vegas Rockers too, and their color scheme and their logo. To me, that's awesome. They're actually the closest to me geographically. I live in Utah, but Vegas is actually closer than Salt Lake, believe it or not. So I'll probably go for both teams, though. I'll probably root for both teams.
I'm a huge rock fan. I just have to be honest. Like, even I'm in the gym every day, 4:30 in the morning, and I can promise you, I've got like 80s rock on all the time. So I'm very excited about that. I think
same here. I love 70s and 80s rock. There's nothing like it at all.
Yeah.
So will there be like mascots that dress up and dance around and get fans engaged?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that there'll be a lot of entertainment when it comes to them. So yeah, mascots are a huge part of every game. And I don't care if you're the smallest kid or the oldest adult, you can't help but love a mascot. So yeah,
Yeah,
they'll be
yeah,
a
it's
big part.
it's so
Yeah.
much fun and it adds to the
Mhm.
experience. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
My next question is, where can fans go if they want to purchase tickets, and have tickets gone on sale yet or not yet?
Absolutely. Yes, tickets are on sale. And I would encourage everyone to go to ialfootball.com. That would be the league website. If you already know that you're going to purchase Las Vegas Rockers tickets, then you go to Las Vegas Rockers, Cincinnati Slingers, IAL Glasgow. You can go to your specific team. You may not know which team um, you want to have season tickets for, right? So you can go to our main website, find out who those teams are, and then you can choose from there. But yeah,
All right,
you can find
Braden, let me
all
jump
things
in here.
on the main website.
Braden, let me jump in here real quick.
Yeah,
So with
please.
some of your questions, logos and mascots, yes, definitely mascots will get involved in the games. In-game entertainment, I'm going to bring this back to what it used to be in the old days, 2007, 2008, the heyday. We're going to light the places up with pyrotechnics and laser shows,
That's awesome.
the music. In the end, we do have a mandate that every team has to go through 100 t-shirt tosses a game. Fans love jumping around trying to catch free t-shirts, and it's not just the kids. It's going to be the adults that are jumping around trying to catch them too. And so I think what we have to do is we have to get back to where, what people originally thought of arena football when there's 12, 13,000 people going to the games.
Right.
And each one just has to give everybody their own experience. And so some places you're going to hear rock music, other places you might hear a lot of country, some places you might hear top 40. So it just depends on market by market. In the end, what we just came up with Fans Win 2 really is to try to create that home field advantage for everyone. We want the fans to be back in creating hostile environments. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Utah Blaze used to have one of the best hostile environments as a home field advantage of anybody in arena football. When I went to a game there, I was blown away by what I saw with the fan base there. It was just it was a lot of passionate fans rooting their team on and gave their team a decisive home field advantage. In an Arizona team that I helped rebuild back in the day, a similar thing. And so, I think this really brings the fans into the game, and it has them feeling like they're not just watching an event as they're part of the event. They get rewarded too when their team wins. And
Absolutely.
so I think that we've taken a lot of steps to get back to what I used to see in 07 and 08, and even when it first came back in 2010. And to me, that's where this league will flourish. And then doing something that nobody's ever done before by bringing this overseas.
Right.
And then by bringing it overseas, we get to find out who the best in the world is every year. And I think the fans are going to love that, right? I think there's nothing better than, rooting for your team and your community to try to win a world championship, a true world championship, and put your name out there as the best in the world.
Absolutely.
And arena football has long promoted itself as, affordable family entertainment. And I believe that. I believe we're still the best value out there with what we're building. And I think that on top of families, I think you'll see plenty of people that can come out and enjoy themselves having a beer or two,
Right.
high-fiving everybody around them, and seeing those scores, at 50 to 49, 50 to 48, those games that come down to the last minute of the game. And so I think that is what excites the fans. And I think that excites the players too. I think the players want to be part of something like that. And it hasn't been there for many years. And so
Right.
I think the driving force of the IAL is number one. I am a big arena football fan, and I want to see both the fans and the players rewarded. And we want to build a league where the fans can count on growth, sustainability, and being part of something for generations. And I think that's what we're building here.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. I love to hear that. Yeah, that's so good to hear, because I think that a big part of getting fans engaged is the experience. So it's good to know that that's going to be one of the top priorities. My next question for Corrine is, how often do you do live streams, and where can people go to tune into those live streams?
So we're doing live streams every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 Eastern. And they'll be able to see our live streams on Facebook, YouTube, and I believe there's one other streaming platform I just discovered.
Instagram. You can catch us on Instagram.
Instagram. Okay, cool.
And yeah, okay. And so, yeah, and every Tuesday I'll be with our commissioner, Dan Lest, and on Thursdays with head coach Hollywood. And then we're bringing in all kinds of special guests and talking with really amazing people who love the game of football and particularly love the game of arena football. And so, yeah, the lives are great. And we welcome questions. And even if you want to know something, shoot a message in the DM and maybe we'll bring it up on a live then as well. So, yeah.
So we're seeing some questions come in, and I think the big question is about some of the markets. We're getting ready to announce the back half of the markets. Will be announced, I think, on Wednesday of next week. We've got them solidified, and I think we'll be announcing team names, logos, and everybody that's taken place on top of the initial 8 that we already announced. So I anticipate full schedule coming out next week for the IAL, and team names and markets to be announced. So I would say follow closely next week as we get ready to announce the additional markets and probably have that schedule ready to go at the end of next week.
Very exciting news.
Should be interesting, right? We get
awesome.
We get some of the original arena football markets.
Each week is like Christmas, Tom, because something else is getting revealed, and that's what's so exciting about it. It's like, waking up and getting to open another present. So you just done a tremendous job at unfolding this league, and how can the fans and players not help but be excited? So
listen, I'm excited for the players because I think the players, we've got some things set up that some people aren't privy to, that once they learn some of the things, I think the players are really going to like playing in the IAL from a financial standpoint, but also from a player standpoint, from an amenity standpoint for the players. I think that there's a lot of different things that we're doing that our focus is on, which I think has been a loss of focus for the last 15 years out there in arena football and indoor football. And so I think that's going to create a lot of opportunity for us to have growth as we plan on continuing to grow both domestically and overseas at a pretty good clip. And, growing our team here in Las Vegas and growing our team outside of Las Vegas, right? So, a lot of big things in play. But in the end, I'm looking forward to April 18th when, we're kicking off in Glasgow. First game's in Glasgow, Scotland, which is pretty cool. Nottingham at Glasgow is going to be a great game. And then we'll have more games that night in Germany and then in Las Vegas. So I think it's a pretty good kickoff, and especially for arena football fans. I know they're a little skeptical. We've seen some of the comments out there, but to be honest with you, our track record and our history of understanding how to set up travel deals and how to set up certain things overcomes a lot of the deficiencies that are out there. And I let the armchair quarterbacks say whatever they want to say. We're going to go out there and put on a show every week across the globe and enjoy doing it. And we're going to do things that 99% of the people can't do and say we can't do. And so I think that's a lot of fun too.
Right.
But it's about the team that we've assembled and continuing to grow it with pieces from, I'm so excited about Hollywood. I mean, it's a personal, it's a personal thing for me that he played for my team, 12, 13 years ago, and he's the first coach that we hired. So amazing. I take that as a real personal thing for me to see the growth. Bringing Dan in, Vince in, Corinne, Ryan, a lot of pieces that people can't see. A lot of pieces here in Las Vegas that people can't see, that we're working behind the scenes, doing things that other people aren't doing. So What I can tell you is if you are a real arena football fan and you're a little frustrated with the way things have been, get ready because you're going to love what we're doing. And then not only that, but we're going to surround you with a lot of new arena football fans. So we're going
Yes.
to bring people in and build this thing out like we've always wanted it. And I think that is the driving force behind what goes on here and everywhere else that you can't see.
Absolutely. Agreed.
You got any
Yeah,
questions?
that's awesome. That's great to hear. I think there is some skepticism, but I think that more people are just excited. More people miss arena football. They miss the heyday of arena football, and so people are just ready to have it back. So
Yeah.
we're all looking forward to April 18th. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
listen, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of announcements coming up here over the next 3 or 4 weeks before Christmas even happens. And then you turn the corner in January and the season's just around the corner. So there will be some big announcements next week. Like I said, we'll be announcing the remaining teams and markets. We'll probably have a full schedule at the end of next week. And I think we'll have more fun with Corinne and you coming on. And I know Corinne's got some great guests coming up, right?
Yes.
And I've heard great feedback on some of the things that happened this week, and so I'm looking forward to growth everywhere, growth in social media, growth with our our podcast and our everything that we're doing. But next week's going to be a week where I think there'll be a lot of questions answered.
Good. I'm excited, and everybody's doing a fantastic job, and we're all a big family, and we all support each other, and we're just ready to
I'll tell you
go.
what, let's you guys finish up. I've got to jump out to another meeting real quick, and I look forward to talking to you guys again next week.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good. Well, that's awesome. That's so great to hear.
Yeah. He has been a visionary. He is the visionary, but he has been working on this for years, and he knows exactly what he wants, and he knows exactly what will work and why. He has the formula, and he just happens to be the man that is going to make this work. There's a lot of people that have a lot of good ideas, but Tom Mitchell is a doer, and he sees it through, and he has. And so, I'm sure with you as well, Braden, like it's very exciting, motivating to work for somebody and for the league that, when he loves arena football as much as he does, but the way he has put this together, you can't help but love the excitement, the energy to work for the IAL.
Yeah. And I knew from the first minute I talked to him that he was a man with a plan, and he had a vision, and he has a vision, and he's going to execute it to perfection. So that's one of the things that made me want to jump on and be a part of this project.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah. So what are some of the most frequently asked questions that you get from fans or people that are curious about the league?
Ironically, right now, I think I've been talking a lot, to Coach Hollywood, and then I've been bringing on guests who were, veteran NFL players or whatever. So I'm getting a lot of questions right now, actually, pertaining to how can I get on the roster? How do I try out? How's the team going to be, around the physical, the players? So I'm getting a lot of what I'm getting asked right now are football personnel questions.
Okay. Yeah.
But which is great, which is great. And I know for a fact, just based on my DMs and messages I'm getting, I know that the head office is fielding a lot of calls from a lot of people right now. So
that's awesome. That means that people are excited about it. So
very excited.
So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
And those were all the questions I had. I had more that I was going to ask Tom, but I know he's short on time.
Okay.
So that's all the questions I have for you.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I'm sure we will be doing this more, right? Throughout.
I can't wait. I it's like I told you before, I don't really do live streams too often, but I had a lot of fun. This is a good time. Yeah.
I love it. Well, you know what? Again, on behalf of all of us, welcome to the team, and we're super, super excited for what's to come.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kareem.
All right. I'll see you soon.
Okay. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.